with me, we got the Chief of Transit, Chief Mike Pepper. We got our Chief of Patrol, John Shell, our Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Cass Daughtry, and our XO of the Transit Bureau, Timothy Stretch.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. And look, Mayor Adams and the Police Commissioner Caban have been crystal clear since day one that public safety is their top priority. And you know, in the beginning of February, and at the direction of City Hall and NYPD leadership, we increased the deployment of police officers into the New York City subway system. This deployment is an example of our continued commitment toward public safety, and the results of these investments over the last couple of months have been encouraging. Overall crime in the subway system in February was down, and so far in the month of March, that downward trend continues, where overall crime so far in March is down 15.5% when compared to last year. This afternoon, I'm announcing the expansion of the NYPD's presence within the subway system. Operation Fare Play, and that's FARE spelled F-A-R-E, is a week-long operation starting today that might continue, and that will see the deployment of hundreds of officers in dozens of subway stations throughout the city. Operation Fare Play is a department-wide effort focused on fare evasion enforcement and will be supported by both transit officers and officers from outside bureaus, and by members in uniform and in plain clothes. Operation Fare Play is a reminder to those who would think about bringing disorder to our turnstiles and the rest of the subway system. Don't do it. Don't jump. Don't crawl. Don't come through the gate. Make the right decision. Enter the system properly and lawfully, because if you don't, chances are you will be stopped.
Most people commit these crimes not paying their fare, and that's why you see Operation Fare Play happening in the city. So with that, we're not going to take a ton of questions, but we'll take some more topic questions if you have them, right?
Jack Rosenberg, can you tell us what stations you're going to be deploying this new initiative? Where you're going to be deploying?
We're not, because of the fact we want to keep it random, and we're not going to discuss exactly what stations, but they'll be deployed throughout the 5 months.
How are you going to get these weapons out of the train system? I think people want to know what you're doing.
So we're doing a lot, and look, the tone of law and order starts at the turnstiles, right? So far for this year,
there is
thousands
Express
of fare evasion
train
contacts
to
for arrest
Lenox
substances.
Ave approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge.
There have been 20 gun arrests so far in the subway system in the first 7.5 weeks from people trying to enter the subway system with guns. 10 of them, actually 11 of them, I'll talk about the 11th, which just happened today. 11 of the 20 gun arrests, they were stopped from entering at the turnstiles. Just this morning in Manhattan, at the Lansing in Essex, just before 11 a.m., transit cops stopped an individual entering the subway system. He went to the gate without paying. He was stopped. He was wanted for a grand larceny. And lo and behold, we had on him a firearm on him. Dozens and dozens of other illegal weapons are recovered, knives, and other items that can be used against people. So look, our cops remain focused at the task at hand, and they're having success.
Good afternoon, Cass Daughtry, Deputy Commissioner of Operations. So I'm not going to go into details. But the police commissioner and the mayor has tasked me to try to find new technology that we can implement down here in the subway system, using the existing technology that we have here, which is our cameras that you guys see around us. And we're going to do it for weapons. I'm not ready to make an announcement right now, but hopefully in the next couple of days, when we finalize the deal with the companies, I'll be able to come back here and make an announcement of what technology that we're going to be using. But the message is that we are looking for technology that we can currently use down here in the subway system that can detect weapons to keep strap hangers and customers safe. Thank you.
So let me be clear. Fare evasion enforcement and turnstile presence is a key component to our crime reduction strategy. We do that every day of the year. This is not something new. This week, we're stepping that up. We're adding an additional layer, if you will, of presence focused on the fare evasion. enforcement. And again, that's why our partners are here supplementing us. I can't thank them enough. We can't do it alone. So we're going to be supplemented from our partners in Patrol Services Bureau. And like I said before, you're going to see a uniform presence doing this and also a plain clothes. We need to set that tone of law and order right when the riders come into the subway system, whether they're law-abiding riders or not. And look, it's not fair to the paying customer. This is one of the top complaints we hear from the riders. Why am I paying and this person isn't paying? It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to the MTA that's losing untold tens of millions of dollars a year. So again, this is about correcting behavior and keeping the subway system safe, and our riders ultimately safe.
Operation Fair Play. There's no more freebies anymore. Talked about weapons coming out. This is where it starts, as Chief Kemper mentioned. This is 800 cops. 800 cops being surged into this system over the next 5 days at strategic locations based on crime, MTA statistics, and community complaints. This is not a one-week deal. It's called Operation Fair Play, and we're going to do it time and time again. We're not giving the locations because we want people to know. What we want to let them know is, don't think you can come down here and get a free ride and bring your weapons. You don't know where we're going to be, how many we're going to be, in addition to what Trans already doing. So that's the message that's got to go out.
I got one question. I got just one question. Can the cops put their phones down? Because it's a distraction. Can the cops put their phones down in the subway? It's a distraction. Anytime that they looking at their phone, it's a distraction. It's jobs that when you have your phone, it's automatic suspension. And I see a cluster of cops. Yeah, they're flooding over them. I see them like this on their phone. Anytime that you're looking at your phone, it's a distraction. Or there's a lot of jobs that people have that no personal phone calls are allowed on the job. If there's ever a job that requirement should be in place, it should be being empowered. Because your eyes and your ears, anytime you look at your phone, you're not paying attention to your surroundings. You see that all the time. If you were to just change one thing, that would be the best thing. Now, I'm for people paying their fare, and they're talking about fare. I have to say this too. I see too many times, and I can name the station, where I see cluster of cops, and it's business as usual. People go through this. It turns down, the cops don't do jack. So this show is great, but the implication is black. That's the problem. None of these are working. I'm trying to load my car. None of these are working. I'm trying to load my car. None of these are working.
There is an Uptown Express 3 train to